There is an undeniable connection between narcissistic personality traits and deceptive behavior in relationships. While not all narcissists cheat, and not all cheaters possess narcissistic traits, the reality is that cheaters often display characteristics typical of narcissism. At the core of the issue lies an insatiable need for narcissistic supply, a resource they use to satisfy their inflated ego. This supply isn't merely an abstract concept. It can be anything that feeds their craving for power, admiration, and attention. For narcissists, self-worth isn't built from within, but entirely dependent on how others perceive them. This emptiness within drives them to seek external validation, as if it were their lifeline. The supply can come in tangible forms like money, power, social status, luxurious homes, or extravagant possessions. More disturbingly, it also stems from negative actions, such as belittling, insulting, or manipulating others to prove their superiority. Each time they hurt someone or gain admiration, they feel a fleeting sense of fulfillment, temporarily filling the void inside. Narcissists often view people around them as potential sources of supply, individuals they can exploit to fulfill their insatiable needs. They don't build relationships for meaningful connections, but to ensure they always have a steady supply to fuel their grandiose self-image. The more severe their narcissism, the more supply they require, and their search for it becomes relentless. When they feel that a current relationship no longer provides enough attention, admiration, or satisfaction, they don't hesitate to seek it elsewhere. This isn't about anything you did wrong or failed to provide. It's simply that they are never truly satisfied and always crave more. Narcissists don't see their partners as independent individuals with emotions and intrinsic value, but as tools to meet their personal needs. To a narcissist, your morals and values hold no weight in their decisions. They are willing to cheat if it benefits them, especially if they believe they can get away with it undetected. They feel no remorse for their actions because, in their minds, their goals outweigh any consequences others might suffer. Understanding the connection between narcissism and deceitful behavior can help you realize that betrayal is not your fault. You are not the cause of their cheating, nor can you fill the emptiness inside them. Narcissists live with an unquenchable thirst for attention and power, driving them to seek more regardless of the consequences. What's astonishing is that even if you provide them with abundant narcissistic supply, a flawless appearance, unwavering dedication, or the facade of a happy family, they can still deliver a masterful performance when caught cheating. They may feign heartbreak, remorse, and even beg for your forgiveness. Then they might resort to love-bombing you again with sweet words and thoughtful gestures, just like they did in the beginning, to make you forget their betrayal. If you're not vigilant, you can easily be drawn into their manipulative whirlwind, swayed by false promises and superficial attention. They may even shift the blame onto you, claiming that you are the reason they cheated. In truth, this behavior stems from their arrogance, lack of boundaries, and deeply ingrained deceitfulness. They feel entitled to do whatever serves their selfish ego. In the labyrinth of a narcissistic relationship, gaslighting, manipulation, and betrayal are deadly traps you'll inevitably face. They use words to deceive, distort reality, and evade accountability. Statements like, "We were already broken up," "We weren't officially dating," or "I still love you," are sharp daggers that cut into your heart, leaving you drowning in doubt and anguish. Your emotions spiral into chaos. You feel insecure, fearful, and lonely even when you're with them. Your work, your life, everything becomes affected by the torment in your mind. The harsh reality is that signs of betrayal are often present. It's just a matter of whether you are perceptive enough to notice them. Let us lift the veil of secrecy and expose the truth behind narcissists' behavior. You'll uncover things you've unknowingly overlooked for so long. Keep watching this video as we reveal the undeniable signs of betrayal. Sign 1. They condemn cheating. From the very beginning of the relationship, narcissists often weave a captivating web by vehemently denouncing cheating and dishonesty. They speak with feigned sincerity about deep wounds they've endured, frequently recounting stories of how their exes betrayed them. Not only do they paint themselves as victims in need of protection, but they subtly suggest that you are the one who can provide the safety and true love they've long been searching for. With a compassionate heart and trusting nature, you easily fall into this carefully crafted trap. You believe you've found someone loyal, someone who would never hurt you because they've expressed such intense disdain for betrayal. That belief grows, convincing you that they are the epitome of honesty and trustworthiness. But in reality, it's all a meticulously orchestrated brainwashing act. Narcissists don't just want you to believe their words, they aim to implant a blind faith in your mind that they would never resort to betrayal. They construct a strong mental foundation, creating a protective wall for the lies they plan to tell in the future. When the truth eventually comes out, they'll use that very wall to shield themselves. Sign 2. They change their phone habits. The phone, a seemingly innocuous object, can become the ultimate shield for hiding a narcissist's dishonest actions. Sudden and unusual changes in their phone habits are often the first sign that something is amiss. They might go from being open and relaxed with their phone to becoming overly secure. The phone is always locked and you never see its screen light up without them nearby. They start avoiding calls or texts when you're around. When the phone rings, they quickly decline the call or dismiss it with a vague excuse. If they must answer, they step out of the room or speak in hushed tones. Messages might be read but left unanswered, or their texting habits suddenly become secretive, where once they texted openly, now they keep their phone close, shield the screen, or type furtively, all while casting nervous glances your way, as though afraid of being caught. When you enter the room, their conversation abruptly ends. Their startled reaction is hard to ignore, prompting you to ask yourself, what are they hiding? While these actions don't directly confirm infidelity, they sow seeds of doubt in your mind. What's even more important than the actions themselves is how those actions make you feel. You start feeling excluded, uneasy, and insecure in your relationship. Sometimes it's not about whether they're actually cheating, it's about the secrecy and distance they're creating, which, in itself, betrays your trust. Some narcissists take even more cunning measures to conceal their infidelity. They might save their lover's contact under a fake name, like Peter or Anna, to mislead you into thinking it's just a friend. Incoming calls from unknown numbers, labeled only by area codes, add to the air of suspicion and secrecy. Outside the threes, they break promises and suddenly disappear without explanation. They make promises, painting a beautiful picture of the future, only to break those promises and leave you feeling empty and uncertain. Their lies may not be overt, but are enough to plant a fragile sense of hope in you, keeping you waiting while they immerse themselves in a thrilling new world with a new lover. They give this person everything that was once yours: precious time, tender care, and the intense love you used to receive. In these moments of betrayal, it's as if you cease to exist in their mind. They live solely for themselves, consumed by the satisfaction of novelty and the excitement of their new relationship. To them, you are no longer significant, you no longer matter in their life. They channel all their energy into nurturing this new connection, leaving you in the darkness of pain and doubt. Then, when the honeymoon phase fades and the new relationship no longer offers the thrill or benefits they expected, they come crawling back to you. They return with a remorseful look, teary eyes, and dramatic excuses. They fabricate heartbreaking stories, sudden accidents, personal tragedies, to awaken your compassion. They hope you'll overlook their betrayal and welcome them back, all while these words and actions are merely a facade to mask their selfish deceit. If you're not careful, you'll fall into this trap again. You'll forgive them, believing things will get better, that they've changed. But this only drags you back into the cycle of lies, forcing you to endure new, deeper wounds and greater bitterness. The truth is, for a narcissist, genuine remorse doesn't exist. You are just a pawn in their endless game. Sign 4, the triangulation tactic. One of the most common ways narcissists manipulate relationships is through triangulation. They cleverly introduce a third person into the dynamic. This could be an ex, a friend, a co-worker, or even a casual acquaintance. The presence of this person is rarely coincidental. It's a calculated move to create instability in your relationship. The narcissist will frequently bring up this third person with enthusiasm and delight. They might excessively praise them, showering them with exaggerated compliments, or speak with obvious excitement when discussing them. This doesn't just make you feel overshadowed, but also instills feelings of jealousy and insecurity. They may even subtly compare you to this person, either directly or indirectly, to make you feel inadequate, unattractive, or less important. Be cautious if they constantly mention a friend you've never heard of or have no close relationship with. They appear to devote an unusual amount of attention and time to this person. The name of this person comes up repeatedly in conversations, making you feel as though you're being replaced in their mind. They express visible excitement when discussing this person, using phrases like, "They're so talented," "I love working with them," or "They really understand me." They may start comparing you to this person, saying things like, "I wish you were more like them," or "She/he works so hard, unlike you." Triangulation isn't just a potential sign of infidelity. It's a tool narcissists use to manipulate your emotions. They aim to control you by making you feel anxious, jealous, and insecure. In some cases, this tactic is their way of satisfying their ego by creating invisible competition, forcing you to try harder to win them back. Sometimes they may not even have genuine interest in the third person, using them merely as a tool for psychological gratification. However, in many cases, their repeated mentions and obvious enthusiasm for someone else can be a glaring sign of betrayal. Sign 5. They suddenly become obsessed with their appearance. The narcissist changes, not their personality or habits, but their appearance and lifestyle. Suddenly, they become unusually preoccupied with their looks. They spend hours in front of the mirror meticulously grooming themselves and perfecting every detail. Their wardrobe fills with trendy outfits and designer items they never cared about before. They may become obsessed with fitness, spending more time at the gym and following strict diets to achieve a flawless physique. You might notice new, expensive possessions, gifts, or items you weren't aware of. When you ask about them, their answers are vague or evasive. Something doesn't add up, and your intuition tells you these things didn't just appear out of nowhere. They might even start mimicking someone else's style. From clothing and hairstyles to speech patterns, everything begins to resemble another person you may not know, but who seems to have captured their attention. Who is this person? And why are they putting so much effort into changing themselves? These changes aren't simply about refreshing themselves. They could be signs that the narcissist is cheating. No longer finding the supply they need from you, they're turning their attention to someone else, a new supply, to satisfy their insatiable ego. As a result, they grow distant and cold toward you. Affectionate gestures fade away, replaced by indifference and vague excuses about being busy. They stop sharing things with you as they once did, and you realize the gap between you is widening. Doubt and insecurity creep into your heart. You wonder if you've done something wrong or if it's all in your head. But the clear changes in their behavior and attitude are undeniable signs. If you notice these red flags, don't ignore them. They might be a wake-up call signaling betrayal. Trust your intuition, observe closely, and don't let yourself get trapped in the web of lies and manipulation. You deserve love, respect, and authenticity in a relationship. Remember, a narcissist's betrayal does not define your worth. It only reveals their true nature. Recognizing these signs not only helps you protect yourself, but also marks the first step in reclaiming control of your life. Don't let lies and manipulation erode your self-confidence. You deserve a relationship built on honesty, respect, and genuine love. Listen to your intuition, establish clear boundaries, and, most importantly, always prioritize your own value. If you found this video helpful, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to spread this message to those who need it. Together, let's build a strong community where no one has to face hurt and betrayal alone. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video, and until then, always love and protect yourself. Goodbye, and take care.